Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. As most of you know, I am Saadettin Galip Gezer from the Department of Aerospace Engineering. To begin, I would like to introduce you to the Greek god Hypnos. He is the god of sleep, basically the personification of sleep. In this illustration, he is the one with the wings and causing the person to sleep. Although he sometimes puts people to sleep at inappropriate times just for fun, he is usually said to be nice and helps people to fall asleep. Consider the importance of sleep. There was even a god for it. However, as humans, we are the one and only species who intentionally deprive themselves of sleep, or sleep more than enough. This causes a lot of health problems. Let me show you my outline. Today, I'll talk about two diseases caused by the sleeping disorder. The first one is cancer, and the second one is obesity. Let's begin with the first disease, which is cancer. Firstly, I want to mention the relationship between the immune system and sleeping disorders. Matt Walker, who is a sleep scientist in 2019, at a TED Talk mentioned these delightful blue elements in the image. They are called natural killer cells. Even though their name sounds bad, you can think of natural killer cells almost like the secret service agents of your immune system. They are very good at identifying dangerous unwanted elements and eliminating them. In fact, what they are doing here is destroying a cancerous tumor mass. So it's clear that we need them. They are crucial for us. Then, now let's look at one more figure from Walker's 2019 TED Talk. There's an experimental result in this figure. Even if you sleep 4 hours for just one single night, there's a 70% drop in natural killer cell activity. This is a really worrying rate. Even a single night makes us vulnerable. Let's observe two graphs to see the relationship between sleep duration and cancer. Papantonio, who is a medical doctor and hercologist in 2021, did research and obtained these graphs according to their data. The first graph shows us the relationship between sleep duration and gastric cancer, and the second one shows us the relationship between sleep duration and colorectal cancer. According to both graphs, when getting away from the health to sleep duration, which is between 6 hours and 8 hours, the risk of these cancers increases. In addition, we can see similar results for other cancer types. For example, Professor Susan and her colleagues in 2017 took similar results for prostate cancer. According to their research, men younger than age 65 who slept 3 to 5 hours per night had a 55% increased risk of dying from prostate cancer than men who slept 7 hours per night. Let's move on to the second disease, which is obesity. There's no doubt that sleeping disorders disrupt the order of people's lives. They sometimes stay awake all night and sometimes sleep almost all day. Therefore, it's inevitable to disrupt their eating behavior for those who suffer from sleeping disorders. Dr. Chaput, who is a scientist in 2016, mentioned the relationship between sleep deprivation and obesity by using this diagram. Sleep deprivation causes a change in appetite hormones. Therefore, they might be hungry at inappropriate times or cannot feel the fullness sufficiently. Moreover, if we consider the hedonic aspect of food intake, studies show that people desire to eat foods with a higher glycemic index when they suffer from sleep deprivation. The brain that's forced to stay awake wants more sugar to resist sleep. This causes more than enough calorie intake. Also, eating opportunities are inadequate to choose healthy alternatives. There is a tendency to eat high-calorie packaged foods, because restaurants are closed to order and people usually are tired to cook to food themselves in these inappropriate times. These effects of sleep deprivation cause high energy intake, and this high energy intake is one of the main reasons for obesity. On the other hand, sleep deprivation decreases the physical activity. It causes fatigue. The high energy intake cannot be used. People cannot burn calories taken more than needs. Therefore, this low energy expenditure becomes one of the other main reasons for obesity. Let's look at a graph published by Lombardo, who is a professor in clinical psychology, entered colleges in 2020. We can easily observe the relationship between calorie intake and sleep. According to the graph, people who have chronic insomnia tend to consume more calorie as their disease gets worse. However, people tend to consume less calorie as their sleep quality increases. This comparison also proves the sleeping disorders cause to consume more calorie. This brings me end of my presentation. To conclude, today I have talked about two diseases caused by sleeping disorders. The first one was cancer and the second one was obesity. Think of the nights you study for nights or struggle with homeworks and projects or any other obligations that you sleepless. Even one night causes serious harm. Moreover, don't forget that one night you don't sleep affects other nights. Probably, you cannot sleep well on even more nights. Do you think all of them are worth it? Are they more important than your health? I think no. Therefore, we should pay more attention to our sleep. Thank you for your attention. If you have any question, I am happy to answer them. For those of you who are interested, here's my reference list.